In this video, we're going to understand how to install SQL Server our machine. First thing you can do is you can go to google.com and search for SQL Server download. So the very first thing that we'll get is from Microsoft.com, where you need to scroll down a bit and click on the Express version, which is a free edition. So once you hit on that, you'll be able to download that free version .txt file. Once it downloaded, you can just directly double click on it, get installed. It will start the installation process. It's always advised to select the custom option, click on install. Go with the very first step. Just accept the license terms and click on next. Just click on next. I can uncheck this Azure extension for SQL Server. In fact, you don't need these additional things to be installed. You can select a default instance, which is MS SQL Server, or you can also mention it as SQL DB. Connect, and you can change these options. So by default, you can see it's NT services MS SQL Server. This is local instance. So you can always select this as automatic or manual depending upon your requirement. I'm just making them automatic. So click on next. I'm going to go with the mixed mode because I'm interested in having an additional user called administrator, which is SA. I'm going to enter the password for that additional user. The Windows authentication by default takes your login from the Windows, but I wanted to have an additional user ID and password, which is admin. You can go to that and click on next, and the installation process continues. It will take some time as per your machine configuration. So let us wait for the entire installation to be completed. So once the installation is complete, you will be seeing this screen. You can click on close SQL Server Management Tools. This will show you the SSMS page. This is a download that you need to do it. You can see there was already a version downloaded a while back. We just open up SSMS setup. Yes, so there's an SSMS setup ENU. This is the one. Let me open up that and just continue with my installation. So just click on install. This will take to the next screen. This is a management studio with which you will be able to connect to your SQL Server. It's like a client tool. This is where you actually work on the tool. So once the installation is done, you can see this is the screen coming up. So now let us see how the login will work. Let's try to log into SQL Server Management Studio. As you can see, I was able to log in directly. So basically, all you need to do is you need to enter the password for the admin SA, which we have created. So Metaverse is nothing but your system name, which is by default, it will be taking your system name as your server name. You are able to log. So the very first step that you would do is you would add a database, right? You can just add a database. You can always attach a database by browsing for the MDF file. As you can see, there are some AdventureWorks Data Warehouse 2022. I'm going to select that and click on OK. So basically, you can also paste this. If you are not finding this particular MDF files, you can actually download these MDF files online and you can paste in that particular location. This is the location that you need to publish it. Okay. So you can just select this OK and automatically the database will be showing up here. Now we can see the tables, all the tables that are involved there. And you can see I can just search for, I'll run a select statement and see the data showing up in my SQL Server DB. Right. So we were successfully able to install SQL Server on our machine. Thank you so much for watching.